Hey my babes, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mbali, also known as Mbali. Welcome back to it. I would like to say thank you to you guys that are returning subscribers. Welcome back, Mdase. And if you are new here, I do know that my subscribers kind of grew while I was away. Welcome to this channel, welcome to this space. I absolutely love the fact that you guys subscribed in my absence. If you are new to this space, if you are new to this channel, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do the right thing and click the subscribe button down below so that we can, grow this little old family. Without any further ado, let's roll the intro and get straight into this video. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the fragrances that I absolutely love in my collection. I try to narrow it down as much as possible and I'll show you the entire collection. I don't have a massive collection, but I try not to show you an entire collection and kind of give you an idea of what are some of my favorites, what are some of my most complimented fragrances, and some of the ones that I really love on myself. I think the thing about fragrances is they're very personal to you as whoever it is that is consuming or buying or experiencing the fragrance. I kind of want to encapsulate who I am at a particular point in time, how I'm feeling at a particular point in time, and kind of articulate that to whoever meets me that doesn't know me. And one of the ways that I can do that is through my fragrance, if that makes sense. So if I want to be seen as, or I want to feel as a confident, bold woman, I can articulate that in a fragrance, you know what I mean? So it might not be my reality at a point in time, but I mean, I know the fragrance is gonna bring that out kind of in a sense. Okay, without rambling on, let us get into our first fragrance. And the first fragrance that I'm talking about is the Lancome Idol. This is the initial one that Lancome released in this range. I do know that they have two variants since then. This is the regular Idol, then you get the Idol Intense, and now they have the Idol Aura, which also smells so good. I actually haven't smelled the Intense, but the Aura smells amazing. This was a gift from my boyfriend 1 year for Christmas. And obviously I tied that fragrance to him and the gift that he gave me. The type of fragrance this is described as is floral and fresh, which, like I said, something that I really love, floral and fresh. The top note is citrus, the middle note is rose and jasmine, and the base note is warm musk and vanilla. So obviously the top note, the first time you actually spray the fragrance, the top note is what is going to come off. Definitely the citrus from the top note, and then once the top note actually starts fading, then we get into the middle note. Obviously it's time sensitive, so the top note is the first fragrance or the first smell or the whiff of the smell that you get, and then the next one would be rose and jasmine, but as it settles in throughout the day, you get more warm musks and vanilla. And one thing about me, I love vanilla in a fragrance as well, but this smells so good. It's so feminine. It really is feminine. Some people don't really like it, but that's fine. Also, it's very important to know the notes that you actually like, or perhaps it's a good idea to actually consider all the fragrances that you have and fragrances that you like. See what the notes therein are, and then the next time you actually go out to purchase a fragrance, being able to recognize that these are my favorite notes in a fragrance. And this is what I'm probably going to gravitate towards. I think when shopping for a fragrance, the most important thing, however, is probably the base notes. So I wouldn't say go spray on some spray, smell it, and be like, okay, cool, this is something that I want. I would say spritz exactly the same as you would test the foundation. You would go in, you would have it swatched on your face, and then you would walk around the mall and then see how it oxidizes, how it sits on your skin, and then only will you know if it is a true match. Same with fragrances. Spray it, get a whiff of the top notes, the middle notes, and then as the day goes by, get a whiff of the base notes. Also, that's a really great way to test the longevity of the fragrance, to see if it actually lasts throughout the day. If you are looking for something very feminine, something very fresh, something very floral, something soft, and I don't know, I just imagine a woman walking with a long dress that is like really flowy, that is very graceful. She's very kind, she greets everyone that she comes into contact with. She's smiling with her eyes, not really anything too sexy, but something very wholesome and very like oh my gosh, I can tell this lady all my problems and it would feel like I'm speaking to my mom type of vibe with this fragrance. The next fragrance that I'm talking about, coincidentally also a gift from my boyfriend, is the YSL Mon Paris et du Parfum. As much as it is a gift, this is something that I requested because, again, like I mentioned, I went out and I tested a couple of fragrances. I spritzed this on myself and I didn't necessarily instantly fall in love, but as the day went by, my heart was so broken and I was like, why did I not buy that fragrance when I was at the store? But also I was like, it's kind of on the pricey side. I'm not gonna do that to myself. Oh, okay. This over here, oh, I will explain the same way that as I did the Idol, also the kind of person, in terms of the kind of person that would be wearing it. It's very soft, it's very feminine, it's floral, but it's also fruity, and it is just perfect. Like, it is a really great smell. This is also a fragrance that my boyfriend really likes, and I think the opposite sex really loves this fragrance over here because kind of got a few compliments on them. But so the top notes are strawberry, raspberry, pear, orange, and you can definitely smell all those fruits. It's basically fruits in the top notes. Oh my gosh, the raspberry, I can actually quite smell the raspberry. Then the middle notes are peony, jasmine, datura, orange blossom, and then the base notes are Indonesian, patchouli leaf, patchouli, white musk, vanilla, and Broxton moss and cedar. Again, the musk and vanilla is the base notes, which is kind of the base notes of the Idol. So I'm getting kind of the same vibe from the two. Either way, this is a really great fragrance. It is new to my collection, but I've absolutely been loving it. And I've had to really stop myself from using it because I'm like, you have other fragrances, give it a rest. But yeah, really love this. I remember I went to go do my nails when I had this on, and my nail tech was like, okay, she's convinced she needs to get it. While in the YSL family, we're also speaking about the Out Libere. This one over here, everyone and their brother and their sister and their mother and their aunts and their uncles have. This is one of those trending perfumes. I try not to get like trending scents, but I mean, we live in a world where you are influenced. Whether you are trying to get influenced or you are trying not to get influenced, you will be influenced. The reason why I initially got the scent was probably because of the hype that was surrounding it. I went in store, I tried it, and I didn't wait for it to settle. I didn't wait to get home or anything like that, and then I bought the fragrance because the minute the top notes hit me, I loved it. I haven't used much of it, surprisingly. I always thought that I would save it for a special occasion. This is not just for some stroll in the park. It is kind of something that I would gravitate towards for more special occasions. That's why it's looking the way it's looking, because I'm not someone that's going to special occasions or anything like that. I was a bit iffy on it the first time I got it because I sprayed it on when I went out. Again, I associate this with a certain event, and it was in winter. It was raining, I was wearing black, I had my hair slicked back, and I thought this was actually the perfect scent to couple my outfits and everything with. I sprayed it on myself, and I actually dispense quite a generous amount because that's usually how I get when I'm first using a fragrance. So I was kind of disappointed because I had this on my body and I had it on my clothes, and even though I had it on my body and on my clothing, I did not smell it throughout the day. So it is very normal that sometimes you don't smell the fragrance but people around you can. But I was just kind of bothered by that, and I thought it wasn't very long lasting. I actually figured it is quite long lasting because I actually used this yesterday. I had it on yesterday and it lasts the entire day. This morning even, I could still smell a bit of it on my body. So I really love that with fragrances. The top notes are blackcurrant, lavender, mandarin, and then the heart notes or the middle notes is jasmine, lavender, orange blossom, and then the base notes again cedarwood, musk, and vanilla. So you can kind of see a trend with all the fragrances that I like. The next scent that I want to speak about is something more affordable, and that is a perfume from Zara. I don't think I can speak about my most complimented scents without including something from Zara. Zara. I really do love Zara fragrances. I think they're a really great alternative. If you don't have the money or the means to actually splurge on fragrances that are more higher end, you know, like your YSLs and all those things, Zara perfumes have got you, and they have quite a bit of dupes for really great fragrances. This one over here that I'm discussing is the Rose Gourmand. It has a greater concentrate of perfume in it as opposed to the Eau Tole. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think so. I just like saying it. Eau Parfum, Eau Tole. Girl. Even this fragrance over here has been compared to one of the higher end fragrances. I forgot which one it was. I'll probably leave it down below on screen. Again, this fragrance, I initially went to Zara because we all know about the craze that was started by Melissa's wardrobe regarding the Rare Temptation. She spoke about it. It went viral. Everyone on TikTok, everyone and the brother and sister went out to get the Rare Temptation. I bought it online and then I went in store to go pick it up. When I arrived in store to pick it up, I saw quite a bit in this range over here, and then I tried the Rose Gourmand. And then on my way home, I tested the Rose Gourmand in store. On my way home, every time I would smell it, I would literally, like quite literally scream and be like, because it smelled so amazing. The fragrance pyramid includes notes of rose, dry amber and vanilla. So I think the top note is rose, dry amber is the middle note, and the base note is vanilla. Surprise, surprise, Mbali likes vanilla base notes. But it smells so unique, you guys. I can't explain to you guys how it smells, but I remember the first time smelling it, I was like, someone that's the queen of something is wearing this fragrance. I'm so dramatic about these explanations, but you kind of get what I mean. This is a really great fragrance. In terms of how long it lasts, so I know on Zara's website, I think they quote something like 8 or 9 hour wear, but I would say it's around 6 hours. I get like 6 hours wear out of it, and I mean, it's 400 rand. I don't mind applying twice. I am definitely not the kind of person that is staying out for 6 hours, but I apply a generous amount. And like I said, I like applying on my clothes because I find that on clothes, fragrances actually last way better. Compliments galore on this thing over here. Compliments galore. I wish they actually had stock so you guys can get your hands on it. I did share about, yeah, which reminds me, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure that you do follow me on Instagram, because I actually shared about it on Instagram, and there are a couple of people that went out to get it and they were like, girl, you did not lie, this smells amazing. It's a floral and it is sweet, and it's very feminine. It's quite sweet, but I love it so much. Oh, this smells so great, guys. Jo Malone Myrrh and Tonka Cologne Intense. That's what I have over here. I'm not even going to spritz this on myself because, oh, girl, this thing smells so bloody good, yeah? I remember the first time I wore this, I went and I showered. The next day, I promise you, I still smelt it on my skin. It is literally beastly when it comes to being long lasting. A little goes a long way, so I definitely think this Jo Malone fragrances in general are worth the splurge. So the top note, you have lavender. The hot notes, omubiri, myrrh, and then the base note is tonka bean. I promise you, obviously this is a unisex scent. If you guys didn't know, this is unisex, so I can definitely get the whiff of it being like something that's really nice on a male as well, but I love it so much on myself. I do not want to lie, this is something that's very memorable. This is very memorable. If you're wearing it, someone smells you, they are forever going to associate the scent with you. I have had quite a bit of compliments on this one over here. I haven't worn it that much, but I definitely have gotten compliments. And I mean, even if I didn't get compliments, I absolutely love this on myself. It's literally, like I explained, not only in terms of how long it lasts, but in terms of the fragrance itself, it is a beast. Okay, it is a beast. I would love for you guys to actually experience the scent. Another noteworthy mention, the next one that I'm speaking about is Kayali, and this is Deja Vu White Flower. Again, I think I was kind of influenced to get this. I think I heard about Kayali and I was kind of researching what is the best Kayali fragrance to actually try, and I landed on this white flower. And when I went in store, because my aim was to get a Kayali fragrance and actually smell it and see if I'm gonna like the range, and this was the first one that I got. In store, I wasn't a massive fan of it. The top notes actually hit me very weirdly. I didn't like it the way the top notes hit, but then eventually when it dried down on my way home, it's always when it dries down on my way home, I was like, I need to get this, because when the base notes hit, I was like, it smells like an old lady. It smells like an old lady. Why does it smell like an old lady that has doilies on her couch? And I was like, not a fan of it. But as the day went by and when I went home after the mall, I actually got this at ARC store, I was like, I'm sold on it. That's why when I went to go buy it, because I wasn't completely 100% sure because of the way the top notes hit me, I went in and I got the mini, and I can safely say I need to get the big one in this Deja Vu White Flower because it smells so good. Let me just read out the notes to you guys. So the top notes are green pear, white nectarine, lush gardenia. Middle notes are Indian jasmine absolute, orange flower, tuberose infusion, and then the bottom notes are crystallized patchouli, cashmere woods, Sri Lankan sandalwood, and Tahitian vanilla. Are we surprised? Vanilla. It smells really rich, like someone that's rich, and I don't mean just like new money. It smells like old money. And then the next fragrance that I'm actually going to talk about is Miss Ponytail. Everyone calls it Miss Ponytail. Ariana Grande's Cloud perfume. Again, it's more on the affordable side. When I tell you that this fragrance is phenomenal, I mean it is phenomenal, and I absolutely love it. So the Cloud has been compared to the Baccarat Rouge 540. We know this, we've seen it all over the internets, that it's been compared to that. And then when the Red Temptation came out from Zara, everyone said that that was a closer kind of dupe to the Baccarat Rouge. And since I do have the Red Temptation and I have Cloud, I can tell you that the Red Temptation is more of a mature scent, and this one is more someone that is not as mature, that is like very young, can get away with wearing the Cloud scent. If you are mature, if you're not mature, you can get away with the scent, but it smells divine. I remember I was at a place, the guy at the bar, I was like asking him something, and I needed to stand really close to him to ask him this particular thing because I wanted to surprise my boyfriend with something, and I had to like whisper so that no one hears. And in that moment he's like, you smell amazing. Again, the top notes, it has like this annoying smell, the exact same as the Rare Temptation. The top notes aren't really for me. Oh, you have no idea, I absolutely love this fragrance. And again, it takes me back to the day that I first wore it, and all the feelings and the emotion. A lot of drama happened that day, but I absolutely love it. I have so many memories tied to it. Let us look at the notes. So the top notes are lavender blossom, juicy pear, bergamot. The middle notes are creme de coconut, so it's coconut, indulgent praline, vanilla orchid, and then the base notes are sensual musks, creamy blonde woods. I love this for like date nights. I like it for at night as opposed to during the day, but you can definitely get away with it during the day. If I come close to running out on this, I definitely will be buying it again. I won't be buying the Rare Temptation. I don't know, I'm not vibing with the Rare Temptation as much as I am with this one. Obviously this is more expensive than the Rare Temptation, but I definitely prefer Cloud. All right, my babes, last but not least is this Valentino Vetiver fragrance. This I got in PR actually, but it is an amazing fragrance. I have, this one is not used at all because I have this small little bottle, and that small little bottle has been used up. The first person that actually got a compliment from this fragrance is my boyfriend. He was like, what are you wearing? He was very interested. I remember when I first had it on, because usually I would get into a room and I'd be like, smell me, do you like it, do you like it? And I didn't say anything on this particular day when he first, I think we were going out and I got into his car, and the first thing he was like, what are you wearing? you smell good. And I was like, why, thank you, good sir. The person that's wearing this fragrance is a lady. She's wearing a pair of loafers, tailored pants, a silk shirt that's not buttoned all the way, that is showing a little bit of skin. She's the one that has some tissues in her bag to offer you if you're asking for a tissue. She has a life together. I feel like all these descriptions that I'm giving of perfumes are kind of descriptions of what I would like to be seen as, I would like to be, which kind of makes sense. But anyway, let me tell you what the notes are for this fragrance. So the top notes is Italian bergamot essence, mandarin essence, and then the middle notes are orange blossom, which is definitely what I get. Orange blossom, absolute, golden gardenia accord, and then the base notes, surprise, surprise, vanilla, tonka bean, crystal, moss accord. And I promise you are gonna love this if you try this. That is all that I have for you today. That is my collection, and basically some of my most complimented fragrances and some of the fragrances that I personally really like. Not my entire collection, but my collection is not that big. Okay, thank you babe so much for staying tuned to this video if you reached the end. I will see you in my next video, and hopefully it will be soon. I'm trying to be consistent this year, and I think I can. I think I can be, if I put my mind to it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye babes.